Recursive houses are the main thing we focus on this channel, but some people might not understand the definition of these recursive houses. A recursive house is basically much like Russian dolls. A smaller doll is inside a big doll, and so on and so forth. Except these are repeating houses that may change appearance the further you go. How this works is a concept most people watching might understand. Basically, it's all atoms. For this explanation, I will send you to Rob, our main scientist.
In classical geometry, this repeating pattern is known as a fractal, much like a Sierpinski triangle. But to build a physical version that scales down infinitely, we run into a major barrier, the atomic limit. In our everyday world, you cannot scale a house down forever. Eventually, a door would become smaller than a single atom of carbon or iron. At that point, the macrostructure collapses. You can't make a doorknob out of half an electron. So, how do recursive houses bypass this rule? They utilize three hypothetical principles of quantum mechanics and spatial relativity. First, we have to understand three terms: spatial compression, subatomic symmetries, and quantum entanglement. Principle number one, spatial compression fields. Instead of the physical materials getting smaller, the space inside the doorway is warped. Think of it like a localized gravitational singularity. As you cross the threshold of a door, your own atomic structure is compressed relative to the outside world. To you, the next house looks normal-sized. To someone looking in from the previous room, you have shrunk to the size of a molecule. Principle number two, subatomic symmetries. In this model, the universe is self-similar across different scales. The electrons orbiting an atomic nucleus function exactly like planets orbiting a star or rooms arranged around a central hallway. The house doesn't stop at the atomic level because the atoms themselves contain the space for the next iteration. The hole in the floor is quite literally a gateway into the empty space inside an atom's electron cloud. Which brings us to the final principle, quantum entanglement feedback. If you turn on a faucet in the main house, does the water run in the recursive houses below? Because every iteration is built from the entangled subatomic particles of the parent house, actions instantly cascade downward. The macro state dictates the micro state. So, we know how recursive houses scale down. But what actually holds a house together when its rooms exist inside its own atoms? The answer is quantum magnetism. Every time you step through a door into a smaller house, you are entering a new atomic layer. Normally, these layers would drift apart or crush each other. To fix this, recursive houses use electromagnetic stabilization fields. The threshold of each door and hole in the floor acts as a massive particle accelerator. It polarizes the atoms of the room, creating an ultra-dense magnetic lock. Think of it like high-powered maglev trains, but scaled down to the micro level. This magnetic force serves three crucial purposes. Spatial alignment. It locks the doorways perfectly in place, preventing the smaller house from floating away inside the atom. Atmospheric pressure. The magnetic field creates an invisible barrier. It keeps your air and heat inside, preventing them from leaking out into the vacuum of subatomic space. Mass displacement. It deflects the weight of the massive outer house. Without this magnetic shielding, the gravity of the largest house would instantly crush the smallest one. Essentially, magnetism is the cosmic glue. It keeps this infinite loop stable, breathable, and structurally sound.
Donald, help us. There's another basement. Deeper in the basement.